Okay, as a woman of faith and as a person with a platform on with a voice on a platform, I want to give my opinion on the last 48 hours that have transpired, which have not been easy, have been very, very emotional, very difficult. Being Venezuelan, being Latin, being a woman, like there's a lot of emotions involved in what is going on. And it's very hard to see American people or people who do not know anything about Venezuela having an opinion about what's going on without getting mad or getting like frustrated, because what I'm seeing is people talking from ideology, people talking from textbook, actual people talking from theory. And the thing is, we're getting caught in theories instead of looking at the reality. And I want to tell you the reality that I see and that I feel, because I've been processing my emotions. I grew up in the States from 0 to 6 years old. I learned to pledge the allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. My mom, you know, Latin moms, they make you recite that because they think it's cute, because it's like, oh my God, look what she learned. And I would recite that. And right now, I have this mixture of like pride. I feel like this pride of like seeing that display and seeing the president of the United States, which I'm not a fan of. I'm not a Trump. I'm not right or left. I don't identify myself with political ideologies. But to see this man say that he is proud of these other men who came in, who are specialized forces, specialized security forces, to see these specialized forces come into my country and basically apprehend a man who is a dictator, out of the law, an illegitimate person in power who has been systematically holding power for 13 years. 13 years. In 2024, Edmundo González Urrutia was elected president alongside Maria Corina Machado, who just won a Nobel Peace Prize, and who she has been fighting in the background for 20 years to bring this regime down. And I'm going to tell you just in numbers, because you guys are logical and you speak English and you want to hear the facts. I'm going to give you the facts. I'm going to give you numbers, okay? I'm going to give you numbers of this regime, so you understand what has been going on in my country for the past 26 years. I only want to say that I've never felt the need to say God bless America, but this is the only time in my life that I've actually said it and felt it, because I feel God bless America. And I feel proud of of the armed forces of the USA for the operation that they carried out. And I have never felt this before. Like, I'm not a military person. I'm not a right-wing person. I'm not a conservative person. I don't even identify myself with these, but the fact that I felt pride. I felt like these men put themselves at risk to bring this dictator down. And I'm going to tell you what we're celebrating. We are celebrating the end of 36,800 victims of torture and state violence, 18,305 political prisoners currently in prisons, tortured. The fact is that Venezuela is an oil-rich country, and in 1950s, when Venezuelan oil was discovered, who do you think helped us become an oil-rich nation? It was Chevron. It was all the American oil companies that came in and gave us the technology and helped us construct the country, because we had no knowledge whatsoever of what would happen with oil and how we needed to take it out and how we needed to process. And for many years, we were the top producing country in the world. We have the biggest reserves of oil. That is true, but we wouldn't be anything without the technology that the US gave us. And plus, we're like right next to each other. Why would we not be allies? Why would we not let the US come in and do the same thing? And didn't the US reconstruct? how are you not seeing that the US is a powerful country that can help another country reconstruct? Like this has happened before. In 1950s, when the oil was discovered in Venezuela, who do you think came to teach us how to extract it, how to make it profitable, how to create an industry around it? It was Chevron, it was Halliburton, it was all the oil companies. Obviously, we didn't know anything about that. Actually, did you know that Caracas holds the Guinness World Record of cities that went from rural to metropolis in the shortest amount of time? So we were basically the Dubai of South America. We became oil rich overnight, and the Americans were there to help us in that transition. So why would we be mad for the US to come in, basically save us with your special armed forces, which you need to be proud of? Hello. God bless America, for real. Like, I'm not even a military person, but God bless those men who took a risk in their lives and captured a tyrant who has been in power, systematically violating human rights. And I'm going to read you I don't know if this it has recorded or not, but I'm going to read you the numbers. 10,000 unlawful killings have happened in Venezuela. 10,000. 18,000 political prisoners, 36,000 victims of torture and state violence, 8 million displaced Venezuelans, 8,000 cases of human rights violations, 50% of the population in extreme poverty, 3 elections that have not been internationally or nationally recognized. Nobody was there to give us and tell us, oh, the international law says. No, nobody. And the minimum wage in Venezuela is $3. And not to mention the amount of people that can't go see their family, because when you take a suitcase with 23 kilograms and you move to a different country and you become an immigrant, forget about holidays. You have to work, because you know what? We're hardworking people, and that's what we do. We go and we construct, and we're independent, and we're funny, and we're good looking. So you should be celebrating with us. You shouldn't be caught on the narrative of like, if this is a good thing or a bad thing, or was this an invasion. This is a major step forward towards Venezuela's progress and the whole continent's progress, towards the end of evil forces controlling all the riches of our country. And may I add that Venezuela is a Cancer. Yesterday was a Cancer full moon. Not a coincidence, but yeah, just saying. Okay, so follow, like, and share if you understood what I said, or if you agree with anything that I said, or if you don't agree, let me know what you feel when you hear everything that I said, because it's important that you do. I'm Gigi, this is Gigi Gets Real. Make sure you follow, like, and share.